Spurs are betting on Kudus's undoubted talent and versatility to reignite their forward line. Kudus arrives with a reputation as one of the Premier League's most exciting and unpredictable attacking players. He possesses a unique blend of technical flair and physical strength, often bulldozing past defenders with ease. His low centre of gravity, rapid acceleration, and fearlessness in one-on-one situations make him a nightmare for opposition fullbacks. During his time at Ajax and West Ham, he played across the front line, operating as a winger, a central attacking midfielder, and even as a false nine, giving Spurs valuable tactical flexibility. Under Thomas Frank, Kudus is expected to take on an inverted role from the right, much like how Frank utilised Bryan Mbeumo at Brentford. The system will likely give him licence to cut inside onto his stronger left foot and combine with the likes of Son Heung-min, Brennan Johnson, Dominic Solanke, and other new signings. Kudus's ability to create chances, dribble in tight spaces, and carry the ball forward at pace offers a fresh dynamic that Spurs lacked at times last season. While his goal tally dipped in his second season at West Ham, that was largely due to being shifted around in a struggling team. In a more stable setup with higher calibre teammates, he is well placed to rediscover his best form. For Tottenham, this signing is about more than just depth. With Champions League football on the horizon and a busy fixture schedule ahead, Kudus provides both quality and versatility across multiple positions. He adds real competition to a talented but sometimes inconsistent attack. More importantly, this deal underlines Spurs' ambition under a new era. Kudus is not a project signing. He's proven at the top level and still has untapped potential. If Thomas Frank can give him consistency and confidence, Kudus could become the explosive attacking presence that takes Tottenham to the next level. Next up, arguably a bigger statement signing is that Spurs have triggered Morgan Gibbs-White's £60 million release clause from Nottingham Forest, set to become their second marquee signing under Thomas Frank this summer. The 25-year-old Englishman will sign in the coming days, marking a complete shift in Spurs' recruitment strategy following their Europa League success and Premier League mismatch last season. Gibbs-White arrives on the back of a standout 2024-25 campaign where he scored 7 goals and provided 10 assists in the Premier League, playing a pivotal role in Forest's qualification for European football. Known for his creative vision, passing range and work ethic, he has emerged as one of the most complete attacking midfielders in the league, often taking responsibility in both press and transition play. Sky Sports reports that Spurs swiftly triggered his release clause, and the move brings 2 high-energy, versatile attackers, Kudus and Gibbs-White, to N17 within 48 hours. Thomas Frank, one of Gibbs-White's long-term admirers, is expected to play him in the number 10 role within his 4-2-3-1 setup, where he can drift inside, link midfield and attack, and unlock defences, much like he did at Forest. His arrival deepens a midfield already packed with creativity, joining James Maddison, Dejan Kulusevski, and now Kudus. It gives Spurs tactical adaptability. Gibbs-White can play centrally or spool out wide, offering pressing intensity and progressive passing in equal measure. Gibbs-White has Premier League maturity, having risen through the ranks at Wolves, impressed for Sheffield United on loan, and then delivered consistently at Forest, with his best season being the one just gone where he was pivotal in securing Forest European football against all odds once again. He contributed 15 goal contributions, which doesn't even tell half of the story. His England cap tally sits at 4, and Champions League football at Spurs can bolster his case for future international involvement. Click here for our video on England's World Cup hopes next year. For Tottenham, this signing has multiple layers of significance. It injects proven creativity and experience into a midfield lacking consistency last season. It intensifies competition for places, essential for handling the rigours of a domestic and European campaign. Moreover, combined with the Kudus deal, it signals that Frank's arrival isn't just cosmetic. Spurs are financially and strategically backing their new regime. Morgan Gibbs-White brings flair, ambition, and tactical flexibility. If he quickly adapts to Frank's system and achieves consistency, he could be the creative fulcrum that turns Spurs from a relegation-threatened club last season back to top 4 contenders this season. And at £60 million, they are investing in his readiness to perform at the highest level, making him one of the summer's most crucial acquisitions. There are some legal issues going on in the background, but Spurs and Levy are confident that this deal will get done. Brennan Johnson will be looking to continue his progression under Thomas Frank. The Welshman emerged as Tottenham Hotspur's standout performer in the 2024-25 Premier League season, leading the team with 17 goals and 4 assists in 35 starts, and his most important goal of the season, and likely his career, underscores his pivotal role in Spurs' attack. After a challenging start following his £47.5 million transfer from Nottingham Forest, Johnson demonstrated resilience by stepping back from social media and focusing on his development, his intelligent movement, particularly his runs to the back post. As Spurs look ahead to the next season, Johnson's consistent performance and adaptability will be crucial, as well as his link-up with the two new additions. His ability to deliver in high-pressure situations, as evidenced by his record-setting goal in the Europa League final, highlights his importance to the team's future success. With the addition of Kudus, Brennan may have to utilise his versatility more, with one of them likely playing off the left. Who do you think this will be? And Spurs are not done yet. The transfer which would top off Spurs' incredible transfer window would be the acquisition of Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace ahead of the 2025-26 season signals a significant strategic move to bolster their midfield. The 21-year-old England international has gained a reputation as a composed, visionary playmaker, capable of dictating the game from deep, qualities Tottenham view as essential for Thomas Frank's system, especially in a defensive midfield role that Spurs are keen to strengthen. Wharton's journey to prominence saw a rapid rise following his £18 million move from Blackburn to Palace in early 2024. He quickly impressed, breaking into Gareth Southgate's England squad and maintaining his form despite a groin injury that sidelined him for 3 months. His technique and intelligence have even earned comparisons to midfield greats like Toni Kroos and Andrea Pirlo, highlighting his capacity to make precision passes and control tempo. Spurs' recruitment team sees Wharton as a transformative presence in midfield. Football Insider reported that he fits Frank's profile for a composed, young English midfielder, capable of pairing with Archie Gray to establish a dynamic, modern engine room. With the likes of Yves Bissouma potentially moving on, adding Wharton would address key squad vulnerabilities. However, the pathway to signing him will be steep. Crystal Palace value Wharton at around £60 million, and the club are keen to retain him under Oliver Glasner's project. Despite this, Spurs are ready to match this valuation. Moreover, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and Manchester United have reportedly monitored him, adding competition and potentially inflating his price tag. If Spurs can persuade Palace and meet the valuation, Wharton would not only be a high-value signing, but also a statement of intent. He represents the exact midfield profile needed, a technically gifted, tactically astute English midfielder, ready to shape games in both possession and pressing phases under Frank. Along with these new established players, Spurs have a plethora of young talents who are ready for breakout seasons themselves in the 2025-26 season. Mikey Moore. Moore is comfortable playing across the front line, and his fearless approach and creativity make him an exciting prospect. The coaching staff are reportedly impressed by his maturity and work ethic, and with careful management he could follow in the footsteps of other homegrown stars like Harry Kane. Lucas Bergvall. Signed from Djurgårdens, Lucas Bergvall has quickly settled into life in North London. The Swedish midfielder has shown glimpses of elite-level composure and passing vision. His performances in domestic cups and cameo appearances in the Premier League suggest he is more than ready to handle regular first-team football, especially after starting 10 Europa League games. With Tottenham aiming to rotate more effectively in a demanding multi-competition calendar, Bergvall's ability to dictate tempo and transition play makes him an essential piece of Frank's midfield plans moving forward. His tactical intelligence at just 19 is reminiscent of more experienced players, and the coaching staff sees him as a future midfield anchor. Archie Gray. One of the most talked about young English players, 19-year-old Archie Gray has already featured heavily in the 2024-25 campaign. His versatility, comfortable both as a centre-back and central midfielder, has proven invaluable in Spurs' injury-riddled season. Gray's tactical awareness, tenacity in duels and crisp passing have made him a reliable option across various roles. Having joined from Leeds United, Gray has adapted well to the higher demands of a top-6 club, and his development is being carefully nurtured by the coaching staff. He's expected to play an even more prominent role next season. As Spurs transition into a younger, more dynamic team, these three players represent the club's long-term vision. Supported by senior leaders and given opportunities to grow in high-stakes matches, Moore, Bergvall and Gray could be at the core of Tottenham's next great era. As Tottenham Hotspur prepare for the 2025-26 season under the new regime, the centre-back partnership of Mickey van der Ven and Christian Romero is poised to be absolutely vital. Their contrasting but complementary skill sets provide the foundation for Spurs' high defensive line, aggressive pressing and fluid build-up play. In a league where margins are fine and defensive lapses often define seasons, the reliability and chemistry of Van de Ven and Romero could be the difference between another historic season and falling short. Van de Ven, signed from Wolfsburg in 2023, has grown into one of the Premier League's fastest and most composed defenders. His recovery pace is arguably the best in the league. Van de Ven ranked among the top centre-backs in Europe for top sprint speed and successful defensive actions in transition. His calmness on the ball and clean distribution from the left side of defence also enables Spurs to build from the back under pressure. Christian Romero, meanwhile, brings aggression, elite positioning and leadership. When disciplined, he is one of the league's most complete defenders, comfortable stepping into midfield to intercept and disrupt play. With Van de Ven covering behind, Romero is free to play on the front foot, a dynamic that's helped Spurs shut down some of the most dangerous attacks in England. In wide areas, Pedro Porro and Destiny Udogie add further dimension. While both played as advanced fullbacks last season, Frank could shift into a more hybrid system, such as a 3-2-4-1 in possession, where Porro tucks inside and Udogie pushes higher up. Their ability to transition between defence and midfield fluidly gives Spurs valuable tactical flexibility, making the back four a vital part of both their defensive resilience and attacking shape. Tottenham's double swoop for Mohamed Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White signals a transformative summer that could elevate the club to genuine silverware contenders next season. These are not speculative signings. They are Premier League proven talents with the versatility, creativity and intensity Thomas Frank demands. Kudus brings explosive dribbling, unpredictability and direct goal threat, while Gibbs-White offers vision, ball progression and control in the final third. Together, they inject a dynamic edge into Spurs' attack that was often inconsistent last season. In summary, Tottenham's 2024-25 Premier League season was marked by underperformance, managerial uncertainty and defensive issues. While individual players like Brennan Johnson provided moments of brilliance, the team as a whole failed to meet expectations but were ultimately saved by their European run and unbelievable achievement of winning the Europa League while finishing 17th in the Premier League. What makes these moves significant is how well they fit into Frank's tactical blueprint. Kudus can operate as a wide forward or central attacker, while Gibbs-White slots seamlessly into the number 10 role, linking midfield and attack with intelligence and energy. Their arrivals also provide real depth, something Tottenham lacked during their late season fatigue and injury-riddled 2024-25. With Champions League football returning and a manager known for structured high-pressing football, Spurs now have a squad that blends flair with functionality. These signings show ambition, intent, and clear direction. If Frank can integrate them quickly and maintain balance across the pitch, Tottenham won't just aim for top four, they'll be in the mix for silverware. They've moved from hopeful to serious, and the rest of the league will take notice.